Hi, I'm Meg Benke. I'm professor in the School of Graduate Studies at Empire State College, part of the State University of New York. And I also had the pleasure this year to serve as a Fulbright Fellow at the Waterford Institute of Technology in Ireland. We are here to bring you the Prior Learning Assessment Professional Development Series. These videos are funded by the SUNY Training and Education in Advanced Manufacturing TACT grant. I'm here with Amy Tweedy, who is the Senior Assessment Professional Director here at Empire State College. One of the questions that I have for Amy is you have trained many faculty on how to recognize prior learning assessment. Can you share how you advise faculty to start the process?
Yes, thank you. I think everybody approaches it slightly different. They have different maybe fears or being nervous around serving as an evaluator the first time, like how will they recognize if it's college level learning. I do often, with that concern, sort of respond with to trust themselves that they are area experts in the field, whatever field that they're evaluating. And that often, in most cases, they're required to interview with a student in the process that I work with. And through that process of the interview, it becomes pretty evident, or in a review of any written materials, it becomes pretty evident if a student has college level learning in that area or not. So it really is about trusting their own academic expertise.
Right, they're the experts.
Yes, which is why we're asking them to do the evaluation. Other pieces I think have to do with, if it's a portfolio piece, is to, carefully review the parts and look if there's what's missing, what's there, if there needs to be some additional explanation to ask for that. In an interview scenario, it's about where a student may be coming in with college level learning that they've gotten through the workforce, for example. They're often able to, it's very easy for them to tell you what they do, harder for them to tell you what they have learned through that process. So the directed, open-ended questions that get them to expand upon the parts about the learning more specifically than the application over the doing of.
That's interesting. I would think some faculty might worry about how much time it would take. How much, when you talk to faculty, what do you describe as the time it takes to evaluate a particular learning experience?
Yeah.
I'm not thinking of multiple learning categories or a whole degree here. I'm thinking of single learning areas.
Right. Well, there's multiple answers to that question. Because there's the student part that's preparing the portfolio. That's often happening. I think at most institutions who are doing prior learning assessment are doing it in a structured course environment or in a structured advising environment. So there's that piece that can often take a semester or more for the student to do the preparation part. The evaluation part, the actual evaluation part, I think can be done very quickly. It's a matter of a couple hours, and then following through whatever documentation process that particular institution subscribes to. So no, it's actually not a hefty commitment.
Yes, and I generally say to faculty a couple hours of good quality time in reviewing the portfolio itself, and also in getting the write-up or whatever they're doing to document the learning.
Right.
And one of the things that I wanted to close with today here is about the quality of prior learning assessment, both in the United States and in Ireland, that I saw great similarities in how this work is done. And some of the research that we've done here in the United States through our professional associations, Empire State College, for example, was a participant in a national study that looked at the success of students who had done portfolio work. And one of the things we found, of course, is that students who do a portfolio of prior learning are actually more successful students. Right. So this process of allowing students to demonstrate and document their learning actually helps them to be retained and to complete degrees. Isn't that, and that's what we're about as faculty, helping students to get to that final goal. And I believe that demonstrates the quality of our work. Because if we evaluate at the introductory level and then students go on and complete successfully at the advanced level, it documents the quality of our work together.
Yes. And I would say, just to add to that students gain a lot of confidence in this process.
Yes.
To have to articulate their learning is not an easy thing to do. And once they've gone through it, they do, I think, feel much more, that they can handle whatever they have to do in the remainder of their studies.
Absolutely. Thank you, Amy.
Thank you.